Okay, sweet. Now I want to teach you guys how to add text and manipulate text. Photopea and Photoshop both can do some pretty cool things with text, way cooler things than like Microsoft Word or Google Docs can do. So I want you guys to know what's available to you when it comes to like being able to create your logos and just do some cool things with the text tool that Photopea has. Okay, so um, we're going to write Del Oro High School on here somewhere. Okay, I'm just going to choose to write mine right here just because that's the only space that I have available to me. Okay, so right here is the text tool. Okay, the text tool. So it looks like a T. Click on that guy. Okay, and then you can draw your text box. So I'm just going to draw my text box right there. Okay, and then I am just going to type Del Oro High School. Okay, it shows up super small at first, super basic. I do not want your text to be basic, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I want it to look awesome. So now that that's done, the text box is still active. I'm going to go to my move tool just to deactivate that text box. And then I can drag this around if I want to. I can also press Control Alt T and I can free transform it for size. I'm going to hold Shift. So if I just want to make it bigger, I can do that. Okay. I'm going to put it, let's see, right there, Control Alt T, make it a little bit bigger still. Okay, so I want that to be my size just for now. That might change. Okay, but I'll put it right about there. Okay, and then what I want to show you is, so up here, these little settings right here, are a couple different things that you need to know. So right here, CHA stands for character. So if you go there, you can click on that and you can change. See, there's character and paragraph. So this is where you do like centering and alignment and stuff. But in character right there, you can click on the font style right here. And Photopea has some different fonts you can choose from. There's a preview on the right side so you can see what you're getting into. This destroy one caught my eye, so we'll see what that one's like. Sweet. So I kind of like that one, although it's now too big. So I'm going to go to my text tool, and if I want to change my text, so sorry, I just did that quickly without telling you what I was doing. So if I made a spelling error or if I want to change my text, I have to go back to my text tool and then click on that and then click in there to activate it again. And I'm going to press enter to make it go below. So that way it's not as long and it's kind of right there. I think that looks better anyway. Sweet. I like that. So pick your font that you want to use. You can also change the size right there if you don't want to do it the way with free transform. That's totally fine. Here's bold. I believe here's italicized, here's capitalized, here's underlined, here's a strike through. So those are all things that you have available to you. Here is color. Okay, so you can click on that and then pick your colors. Okay, you can also, I believe, yeah. So if you want it the exact color of something, you can just hover over whatever it is. So like if I want this orange BB8 right here, I'm going to click on that with that plus sign and it does that exact orange, which is actually pretty cool. Or the exact color of the cement actually is kind of cool looking because it matches. So I'm going to do that, the exact color of the cement. If you want a specific color, you just drag this bar right here and then you click in here to change it. Okay, so I'm going to do that cement color. I think that's kind of tight. I'm going to press OK. Okay, so now I have my color right there. So that's basically the character settings right here, the font, the size, these settings, and the color. Okay, so I'm going to click that off. But what's really cool and kind of takes it to the next level is down here where it says EFF. That stands for effects, and it's the layer style. So on my text right here, on my text layer, I'm going to go to EFF. Okay. And then it gives me all of these options that I can use. So what I want to show you first is a stroke. So if I go to stroke, it's basically the outline. This little dialog box pops up. It's an outline of the letters. Okay. So I'm going to change my stroke to a black. Okay. These are all the settings of the stroke. Okay. So I can change the size right here by just dragging this. Okay, so Maybe right there is cool. I don't like the red, so I'm going to go click on the red, and I'm going to change that to black. Okay, and I'm going to press OK. So now it's a black stroke. And if I want, I can make that bigger, smaller, like I said. So maybe right there actually looks pretty cool. You can change the position of it. I don't know why you would do inside, because that's basically just changing the color. Center is weird. I'm sure there's ways to use that to make it look cool, but I don't. I always just do outside strokes. The blend mode, so you can do all these different type of blends, like if you wanted to dissolve or if you wanted to. I don't really mess with those either. I'm sure there's some cool stuff you can find in there if you want to mess with those. Opacity is how transparent it is, like we did with the layers in video number 1. So this is how see-through basically it is, the stroke is. So you can mess with that if you want. I just like it solid. And check it out. If you want to add more than one stroke, you can press this plus right here, and that will add another stroke. And then we'll go, let me see, which one is this one? We'll go and we'll change that one to like a Del Oro. Oh wait, that one. Is that the first one? That must be the first one. So I'm going to X out of that, go back to the black one. So this one, if I wanted to add another stroke, I can go there and go yellow. Okay, and then I'll change the position. See, so I can add a little bit of a stroke to the outside. I can add as many strokes as I want. So I could build like a bunch of strokes on top of each other right there. I think that looks pretty cool. Actually, for color, watch this. I'm going to drag this over. For color of that second stroke, I'm going to get the exact color of the eagle. Boom. Okay. And then you have all these other options as well right here. So that was just the stroke. Okay. But if you go bevel and emboss, click on that guy. Okay. See how it popped out. So watch, I'm going to uncheck that. Watch the text when I uncheck it. See, it looks flat. Then when I check that, it looks more 3D. Okay, so you can change what type of inner bevel, emboss. All of these are different, basically 3D settings. And then you can change how deep you want it, the size of it. That actually looks kind of cool right there. You can mess with all these settings to make it look whatever way you want to do. You guys are being creative here. You're doing your own thing. You are not following what I'm doing. You're just knowing what's available here and getting weird. You can do a drop shadow down here, which makes it like there's like a shadow that will come off of it. So I clicked on that and then I go to its settings. I don't want the opacity. Okay, distance. Let's see how that drop shadow starts to form. Okay, it's cool for some things. I don't know how awesome it is for this. I'm sure you can make it look pretty cool if you do it right. Okay, I don't love it for mine, but you can. So maybe I'll like change the angle to go down. How do I go down? You know what I'm saying though. You guys could mess with that goes up, so this way must be down. Let's see. Yeah, see, that actually kind of looks. That's too dark. Let's change that spread. But I just want you guys to mess around with these things. That actually is kind of weird. Maybe I'll take down the opacity a little bit. So you can see that you can do some pretty cool stuff. Maybe I'll do it just like that. I think that looks cool. And then I'll press OK. Okay, and then so now I have the text added on there, and you should be good now. This is video number 3. You should have worked through video number 1, video number 2. You should have your own theme. Mine's a little Star Wars theme. I didn't do a ton. I'd like to see you do a little bit more than that. But you should have added your own theme, added some text, added a filter, made it look really awesome. Okay, now you are going to submit what you have after you complete this. So you're going to go to File, and I don't want a PSD document. I don't want something that has layers on it. That's going to be a huge file. So you're going to say export as JPEG, okay? JPG. You can do PNG too, that's fine. But I want you to just do a JPEG, okay? And this is all fine. Just say save, and it's going to save to your downloads. Okay, so if I go into my file folder right here, or you go into on your Chromebook, wherever your downloads go to your downloads, click on that. It should pull up your picture. There it is. Beautiful. And then I'm going to go into Google Classroom and I'm going to add this file to the post. Okay, your completed beautiful collage to the post in Google Classroom. All right, guys. Peace.